Hi there, my name is Sam. Are you running a law firm? Do you have 1, 2, or even 50 employees? Well, you've probably been in this situation, struggling to keep up with court dates, important case information, case files, billing clients. Well, you don't have to. I have a solution for you. It's called Coty Pro. So the following are the features of the system. So you can manage your case records, you can manage your court attendance calendar. There's a very nice calendar that the system provides. You can manage your clients. You have a screen for creating clients, and you can see all your clients' records. And you can also create new cases with the specific clients that you've already added on the system. There's no need to use paper to record this data. You can also view the case notes and any documents that were sent from the court. This is very important for when you're viewing the case history and you want to know what happened exactly. Case notes can also be added on the system. You can also track expenses for every case. For example, in a specific case, you can say that this amount of money was spent directly to transport, Uber costs. You can add those things, and from that expenses list, you can also use it to create an invoice to the client. And in the demo, we'll be showing you how you can create a case. You can create a bill for a specific case and send it to a client. You can download the invoice directly from the system and send it to the client. So in the proceeding recording, I'm going to be showing you a sample of how to do this, all of these things that I've stated as the key features here. So it's going to be a very interesting demo, and for anyone who's looking for a law firm management system, this is the system for you. We do customizations and we allow you to change the system to look exactly the way you want it. So let's go into the demo. Using the credentials that have been provided, you can log in. So once you log in, the system should take you to the dashboard, which looks something like this. Then the first thing you should do is go to setup. On the settings page, you can use this to set up the banks that you have on the platform. So I'm going to just set up a couple of data so that you can follow through as I do this. So create a bank. You also create some branches. So these are the branches that you will be using in your organization. So these are, for example, if you have Machakos branch, if you have a Kwale branch, if you have a Nairobi branch, you can always specify them here. Nairobi branch, city will be Nairobi, and phone number, whatever phone number you want. Then I will go on to designations. A designation is basically like the different kinds of people who work in your organization and the different access levels that you want to give them. So you will set up the admin. Then you'll also set up someone like an advocate. Now create those designation and go to case types. These are the various case types that you handle for your organization. So let's say if you have civil cases or matters, you can specify whatever you want to, whatever civil matters that you want. And for civil matters, they can have different subtypes. A civil matter can be of maybe a marriage or land matters, whatever that looks like. You can set up as many subtypes as you want for a specific case. Then expense types, these are things that will appear on the invoice. Maybe a transport can be a case, can be a type of expense. Court attendance could be another expense. Then invoice item types. So an invoice item type is whatever you invoice clients against. So for example, you could invoice clients against file opening. So file opening, you could say that it costs 10,000. Once you create that, the invoice type will be created. Then there's human resource. So for human resource, this is where you will set up all your employees. So you can specify the employee and specify the branch. Once the employee is created, they will appear here and you can set a password for them. Then they will be able to log into the platform using this email here and the password that you specify here. Then human resource, we've already gone through that. Then the online diary is what will show all the case visits or all the cases that are coming up essentially. So I will now go on to the register bit. So if you have a list of clients that you already have, you can put the clients here. You can specify their phone number, the identification number, the address, and the next of kin information, if any. Then you will go ahead and create that address information for that client. And now you can go ahead and go to the matters section. So you can use a file wizard. So the wizard will allow you to just go step by step, specifying the client or creating a new client. So if the client just comes in and you want to create them, just go to create a new client. But for now, we're just going to specify an existing client. This form is exactly the same like the other form that we did here. So select Felix, and then I'm going to specify a case number, if any. If the case numbers do not exist, you can specify that information as well, the contact person or the advocate, the bank uh, that is in charge of that case. Then you can specify a case type and a case subtype, e.g. marriage. Then once you do that, you click on next. Then you will now be presented with this screen where you can actually build the client. So maybe file opening 10,000 and the amount that the client specified. Note that this field can be edited, but we allow that because not everything will be fixed on the platform. So we'll add an item such as file opening. You can always either delete or update. Then once you're done, you can actually download the invoice. The invoice will be downloaded on your system and you can print it or share it with anyone else that maybe the client or anyone, or print it for for use later. So when you go into the files, you can see the file has been created there. A document number will be automatically created. Then when you click on details, you can view the details for that case. Then you can specify some notes. If maybe you go into court and there's some information that needs to be captured, you can save that. You can upload some documents. So if you have a document that was already that you already have on your system regarding this specific case or anything like that, you can just choose to actually upload it onto the platform. So you'll select upload and then you can specify. So let me just pick a document that I have. So I'll upload it, then I'll choose it, and then I will click on upload. So once the document is uploaded, it will be available here, so that you can select whether you want to view it or anything else. So we've restricted so that specific documents can only be uploaded by specific people, that is, for example, advocates and the like. So this current user is not able to actually upload a document. Then the billing information will be visible here, like we said. You can also add expense information. So if there's an expense against this specific case, you can add maybe 1,000, maybe transport to court. Once you add it, to be visible here when someone goes to view. So you can always just come here and say, okay, this is what the client was charged, this is how much the case is, how much has come in from the case, and this is how much has been used actually against that case. And the notes, of course, they are always editable. You can go and edit a note and add a different thing. And then you can create something from the online diary and say, maybe next week, uh, that date, we are going to have a court attendance, and the person who will be responsible for that court attendance is Gladys. Then when you click on add, the court attendance will be created as an event in the diary. Then when we go to online diary, you can see that this is upcoming. There's a case view that is upcoming in the next 2 days. And if you go to the calendar view as well, you can see that on this specific day, on date 3rd, we have this case coming up. And you can click on it and add a case visit or anything. You can just add any new information that has come up. But if you click on on that specific case, you'll see the information there and what it requires. And you can go on a specific day and say, on date 5, I actually want to create a case visit, specify the case. If there's another case, and then that case visit information will be created on the platform. So again, I'm going to create a new case. So this is maybe the second hearing is on this date. So you can see after it's created, it will come on here and it will be available for your viewing there. And it can also be viewed as here, just as a list, as it says here. So that's basically how the system looks like. And on this section, we can see the active. So for example, on that day when the person goes to court and actually acts on that specific calendar date, that calendar information, you'll be able to see it here, so that you can see whether it's active or not. And if you want to see any visits that specifically apply to you, they'll also be here based on the date that we are on. So yeah, and you can also search by name and maybe see another person's visits that they have upcoming or that are already there. Yeah, so that's how the system works. And you'll be able to definitely use it uh, if you have specific needs for the specific sections that I've shown. So a case visit, just a clarification, a case visit is what you input when a client actually comes into the office. Maybe they want to see their file, they want to follow up on a case that they have. So this is just like a queue management system. So I can say Felix Kiamba has come in today. They came in at 10:05. They came in for a case follow-up. When you click on submit, the case, this will be created. The reason why you're getting a permission denied is because this specific user does not have the permission to create case visits. So the case visits information, and entering that information would be designated to someone in particular. And once that information is provided, we'll be able to set up all of those users in the system. Yeah, so basically that's how the system works. If you have any clarifications, you can point out and let me know. All right.